This is the YouTube edition of my book, A Course in Miracles Workbook Nuggets, which is a study aid for the course's workbook for students. I'll begin by reading my book's commentary on today's lesson over a visual of the book's text. I'll then return with some further thoughts on the lesson, which are only included in this YouTube edition of my book. Today's lesson is part of a 10-lesson group that runs from lesson 331 through lesson 340, each of which relates to the ego as understood in the course. I'll be repeating this same introduction for each of lessons 331 through 340, so you can skip past this introduction in the future if you like. Timestamps taking you directly to today's Workbook Nuggets commentary and my further comments are provided in the description below. In the course, the ego is our belief that we are separate and limited bodies with independent minds and wills. The ego is not a real entity, but an illusory, mistaken identity that we believe to be us. The introduction, which precedes these 10 lessons, tells us that, quote, "To know reality is not to see the ego," end quote. Today's lesson from my book and my further thoughts, which are only contained in this YouTube edition of the book, follow. A link to the book on Amazon.com is provided below. Lesson number 335, December 1st. I choose to see my brother's sinlessness. Seeing your brother sinless is a choice. Are you willing to give up your, quotes, righteous indignation over what it was that he, quotes, did or, quotes, is, which you do not approve of? Which would you prefer, to be, quotes, right or to be at peace? Would you prefer to continue your struggles in this world or to enter the kingdom? You cannot enter alone, and you cannot enter if there is a single person you refuse to forgive. The reason is simple. The kingdom is the one self which we all share. The title of today's lesson is, I choose to see my brother's sinlessness. An important point to remember about this lesson is that seeing your brother as sinless is not primarily for his benefit. It is for yours. As the lesson tells us, quote, my brother's sinlessness shows me that I would look upon my own, and I will see it, having chosen to behold my brother in its holy light, end quote. Seeing the sinless core, which we all share, in your brothers and sisters, is how you see it in yourself. If you see the tarnished surface instead, you are seeing the physical, the illusion. And it is in the illusion you remain.